Assalamualaikum. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another session of a webinar with the IPSis. So today I'm Dr. Hussein bin Haniba, the coordinator for marketing and promotion from IPSis. UITM proudly will be the moderator for this wonderful session. So I'm sure our audience are so excited with our topic. Before I really go in detail about the topic, so I would like to introduce our wonderful panel, Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick, how are you?
I'm fine, Dr. Hussein. How are you, Dr. Hussein? Long time no see.
Yeah, even though we are in the same campus at the UITM Dunkirk, due to the schedule, we didn't cross by. So, Dr. Nick, I'm sure today will be your session. You're going to share a lot of information to our wonderful participants. Am I right, Dr. Nick?
Inshallah, I will try my best to share my story during my PhD journey until I finally completed the PhD, and now I landing my dream job at UITM Dunkirk as a senior lecturer. So I will share my story with all the beloved, our masters and PhD candidate. Inshallah, Dr. Hussein.
Yeah, so for your information, Dr. Nick, this is our frequent webinar series that arranged by IPSis for UITM, whereby it is participated by our postgraduate students who are local, and of course, we do have a beloved, our international student over here. So I'm sure our postgraduate student, our audience are very excited to know more about Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick, please allow me to go through your wonderful CV. Is that okay, Dr. Nick?
Yes, sure, Dr. Hussein. Thank you very much.
Okay, Dr. Nick, or more precisely, I would say Dr. Nick Noor Zehana is the senior lecturer at the Center of Foundation Study, University Technology Mara, which is a branch campuses located at Dunkirk, Selangor. And campus Selangor, she is in 2013, Dr. Nick, graduated with a master degree in chemistry, and later on 2018 with a PhD degree in chemistry again from, this is a very proud to be announced. This is the moment of the proud. She is graduated from Faculty of Applied Sciences, UITM Shah Alam. Wonderful, Dr. Nick. With you are our outstanding alumni with a great performance, I'm sure. And also you both of us actually in the same chemistry field. That's a wonderful thing again. So her research of interest include the material science, engineering, electrochemistry, surface coating, and corrosion control. So it is more to a physical chemistry. I can see that clearly. Again, we are in the same field of study. During her postgraduate journey, she received several awards, outstanding award from Faculty of Applied Sciences, postgraduate, and this is another add-on point for Dr. Nick. She is a GOT. She's been awarded with the GOT graduate on time. So wonderful during the 2019, and for Doctor Philosophy, for this GOT is for Doctor Philosophy, and of course as faculty award, another award as faculty special award Malam postgraduate 2017, and also a few other awards. Actually, you are outstanding, you are shining. And also, you've been awarded 2015 with the sharing sessions. My ability is stronger than my disability. I think, Dr. Nick, the audience start to get our topic for today. And she published, wow, outstanding, more than 10 international publications during her study, and received 12 Again, my dear audience, I would like to highlight more than 12 innovative awards include gold, silver, bronze. Wow, wow. Dr. Nix also actively participate in society such as for disability advocate, and she holds subsidiary title Miss Strong. Wow. Please share with us what do you mean by Miss Strong later. In Miss Amazing Malaysia 2019. Malaysia, you are representing Malaysia. And she is one of the task force under Unit Perkhidmatan OKU. It is under a disability society for UITM. Dr. Nick, today's session, I will say you will be a strong motivator to all of us. I'm sure about that. Dr. Nick, for today's information, our title of today's presentation or the sharing session is your successful story against all odds. So, Dr. Nick, I pass the floor totally to you to share with us for this wonderful moment. The floor is yours, Dr. Nick.
Alhamdulillah. Wow, just wow, right? Dr. Hussein? Okay, so hi semua. Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to all. First of all, thank you to our motivator today, Dr. Hussein, for the introduction about me. Yes, very wow. How you introduce me. Thank you, Dr. Hussein. All right. So first of all, before we start, I would like to thank to IPSis UiTM for this opportunity to share my humble story on how finally I landing where I am belong to. Now I am at UiTM Dengkil as a senior lecturer. Okay, so it is a tough topic actually. So before I start, allow me to share my screen, Dr. Hussein. May I?
Yeah, you may proceed, Dr. Nick.
All right, can you see my slide?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, okay, thank you. All right. So it is a tough topic to story on how actually we achieved something, although were a lot of struggles and we were not likely to succeed. Successful story here against all odds. Okay, so to sit here in front of you today to sharing my story, actually it's required a little of tears. But as we know, after the tears are shed, a new day begins, right? And today is the day where I'm trying to share with you guys how actually I against all odds and finally I landing where I am belong to today, right? So, kenapa tak gerak slide?
Any difficulty that you're sharing?
My slide is not moving.
It's static, isn't it? Or maybe, yeah, the next.
All right, okay. Okay, so.
You may put it, enlarge it. Or maybe you could put it presentation mode.
Presentation mode. All right, okay. All right, thank you. All right, so let's start with my PhD journey first. Okay, so postgraduate journey, as you know, that a very long journey, and sometimes people say that it's a lonely journey, the hardest journey, and I love to focus my PhD journey because the PhD is a very, very long road. Okay, so here I want to say to you guys that PhD actually is not a hard journey. It's just only a long journey. And sometimes it's not actually lonely journey. You can enjoy your PhD journey. You can get through a lot of the experience, a lot of knowledge. You can learn and grow in many ways during this long road journey. Okay, so I started my journey actually in early 2015 at Faculty of Applied Sciences UiTM Shah Alam, UiTM di hatiku.
I can see one of the familiar face, Dr. Yusairi is there.
Yes. So this is the picture of my supervisors, my beloved supervisors. This is my supervisor here, Associate Professor Dr. Yusairi Muhammad. She is expertise in electrochemistry, as you know, Dr. Hussein. Okay, so Dr. Yusairi is actually
my ex-lecturer.
Yes. My supervisor during my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and also my PhD degree. And even now, he is my mentor during my decision in my work, actually. Okay.
That's
So
very wonderful. It means you
also,
are really stick with the UITM. Yeah, you are product of a proudly be announced as an alumni of UITM with your successful story to be a very outstanding person. Very good, doctor.
alright, UiTM always di hatiku. Okay.
Yeah.
So I also have the Associate Professor Dr. Sharifah Aminah Said Muhammad as my co-supervisor during my PhD journey. So during my PhD journey, I work on the electrochemistry, which is I produce a coating to um, give a product for the antimicrobial properties. So that's why Dr. Sharifah Aminah assists me in terms of the antimicrobial punya job. Okay, so 4 years. I took 4 years to complete my PhD. The 4 years were filled with bittersweet memories, sweat and tears, and finally I finished on January 2018. And of course, I'm proudly to say here that I finished with the GOT Awards, Graduates on Time. I'm
That's
grateful.
hands up. That's hands up for you, Dr. Nick, with all the journey that you have go through. I'm sure, Dr. Nick, you will tell us what are the sweet memory and the tears that you are actually faced through entire of the journey. I'm so excited, Dr. Nick. You can proceed, Dr. Nick. Yes.
All right, thank you, Dr. Hussein. So I believe that everyone has their own ups and downs in life journey. The sweet memories, sweat, and tears that make us as human, right? Without that mixed feelings, we are not human. We are robot, maybe. Okay. So this is one of the photo was taken from during the hooding ceremony for the PhD graduates at the Hotel Concord at that time. Okay, before COVID-19. Okay, so we are actually shocked, because we never know. This is very surprised that I received the GOT award. We just know that we received that award during the hooding ceremony. What a surprise. And this is actually the a gift to my beloved supervisors, because without their successful supervisions, of course, I will not completed my PhD on time, right? Agree with me, Dr. Sen?
Yeah, I do agree because I'm very excited. Yeah, for me, for a normal person, they also will struggle a lot to get the GOT. But Dr. Nick, you are a bit special for all of us, and you managed to do the GOT. That is a thing, something that made me like wow, and a wow factor for you. And also through all your journeys, I notice I go through your this one the H index factors. Wow, it is like a really a senior lecturer's H index factor. Just now I have go through. So yes, Dr. Nick, please do share more. I'm so excited at the moment.
All right, okay. So hold your excitement first, Dr. Hussein. It just wow, just wow. Okay.
Wow.
So
Okay,
this
yes.
is a photo, okay, a memory photo with the others PhD graduates during the hooding ceremony. And I'm grateful that I received GOT awards again during the hooding ceremony. Okay. So the PhD, what is the PhD define? How you define your PhD? This is the permanent head damage, the Pizza Hut delivery, or the famous one, perasaan, hasad dengki. Am I right, Dr. Hussein?
Yeah, those are the
Yeah,
words you always use
that's
for
the
it. Yeah.
famous word, okay, to describe the PhD. However, for me, the PhD meanings that or stand for the passion, hard work, and determination. The passion, hard work, and determination. So these three words actually meanings during my PhD journey. Because we all know that during the postgraduate journey, either master's or PhD journey, we don't have a clear structure and timetable, just like we go through during the bachelor's degree. It means that we are not told where to be, when to be there, and what to do when we are there. So we have to manage by our own. We have to construct our own timetable in order to finish our postgraduate journey, and especially if you can finish it with the Graduate on Time Award. Okay, so how to manage to finish your PhD or master's degree, especially with the GOT? So for sure you must have a strategy. The strategy how to go through your long road journey. Okay, so your lonely journey is only your journey by assisting by your supervisor, the years of support system from your family, your friends, and for sure from your university. Okay, so the strategy only you know how to strategize your journey. For me, how to strategize it, I always remind myself why I choose this journey, why I continue PhD, so that be responsible to your choice. Okay, always be responsible for any actions or the decision that you made in your life. Okay, so that's matter. So that's people see you in a character. Right. So for sure, you should have your milestone in order to finish your journey, because this is a long road journey. So you have to set a real and logic milestone. For example, if you are now in the master's degree, so try to set your journey for maximum 3 years, and the PhD may be up to 5 to 6 years maximum, right? So you have to track your own milestone, how to construct your milestone. For example, for the PhD, you construct for the 5 years. At the first years, you think what you are trying to achieve at the first year. Maybe you must have to see the tie-square presentation and leads to the defense research proposal. And then for the second and third year, you try to complete your objective 1 and 2 for your research. Okay, and during that time, you manage to publish your first paper, the first publication, join the innovation competition, attend the seminar, the conference, that you are always learning and keep growing, right? So always,
Dr. Nick, I'm
yeah,
just
sorry.
wondering if you don't mind, Dr. Nick, I apologize. Just wondering, what is actually your special, different from a normal? May you share with the audience as well, or maybe it's in your slide later on.
Yes, sure. So I just keep you are still wondering, and it will make you surprised later. What is
Okay,
my ability? So how actually I overcome that disability, and I show to the world finally my ability is stronger than my disability. So
okay,
before
okay.
that, so always we have to set a milestone, have a good time management, have the motivation as a PhD punya candidates, all right? So that
Okay.
is your responsibility. And the most important thing, you always need to read a lot, read public research, articles, read books, read other inspiring story, so that you get a lot of idea. And you just not only the read, okay? So you have to know when to stop the read and start writing. Start writing your thesis, because finally the product of your PhD is your thesis. And you also can start writing your own journey, okay? So your inspiring journey, because everyone has their own unique journey during the postgraduate journey, right? So this is one of the photo during my viva voce. MashaAllah, here I have an external examiner, internal examiner, our chairman, minute taker, and of course, my supervisor here. All right, so you're wondering that I'm living with the disabilities, okay? So actually, I'm living with scoliosis. Do you know scoliosis, Dr. Hussein?
I
Have
have
you heard
heard
before?
this word before, but I'm not really know in detail. It is something related to the bone, am I right, Dr. Nick?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
about okay, so if you look at from this figure, so
Uh-huh.
this is the spine, okay? So we call it as the scoliosis actually is an abnormal lateral curvature of the spine. It occurs when the spine becomes rotate and the curve sideways, okay? So this is the straight spine for the normal people. However, in my case, this is my spine. Okay, so in the S curve, can you imagine it? And can you imagine, this scoliosis actually not only make me physically drained, however, mentally and emotionally drained. Can you imagine how suffer I am living with this scoliosis?
Actually, I become speechless because I have read this a bit in the normal website googling, but I in fact I know Dr. Nick from Asasi, the foundation UITM, and I have personally meet Dr. Nick face to face, and I'm speechless because with this kind of this I will not say disability, a specialty, different from us, and uh, you
All right.
manage, you
Okay,
manage.
so actually living with scoliosis, and you know that I'm holding an OKU card, orang kurang upaya card, the people,
For
person
the
with
disability
disabilities,
card.
because of the
Yeah.
abnormal physical appearance that I have through. Okay, so
And
actually,
this Dr. Nick really personally touched my heart. This is the first time I feel so a bit touched with your story, because I'm just wondering, with this kind of ability, you still manage to perform outstanding for our. I'm already touched a bit. Sorry for that.
it's okay,
This
because to
yeah.
share with you today, Dr. Hussein, is actually require a little of tears, so that
Yeah.
I gave this stuff here to share my story in front of you today. It's okay. Okay, so, and living with scoliosis, and even I'm holding a OKU card, never stopped me to work harder to achieve what I have obtained today. In fact, it drives me to be a motivated, positive, and passionate to create and color my own success. Okay, so I have a unique journey. So I create it and I color by my own. I always wonder, I always question myself. I always question my parents. Why me? Why this disease? Okay, what is the purpose of living with this scoliosis? I have no idea. For sure, I know. You also don't know why, right? And actually, people really don't know. Why me? Why this disease? And what is the purpose of living with the disease? Okay, but at least I'm happy to hear at least people said to me, be patient. Allah knows better. You are the chosen one. You are tough. You are capable to handle this. So that's why Allah tests you in this disease. Okay, even sometimes actually I'm sick and tired hearing all these motivational quotes kind of replies, because it's something like always I ask myself, why me? Why this disease? I have a level at the bottom of my life which I can't accept this actually. It takes a moment. It takes a little of tears before I actually accept the fate that I should live with this scoliosis. Okay, so I don't want to drag Dr. Hussein and the audience to be more emotional. Okay, so with this slide, okay, so we go further. Okay, so you know that the scoliosis is not just a curve in my spine or a painless deformity. No, it is more than that. The scoliosis actually affected me emotionally, physically, and mentally draining. Okay, so it is a life-changing journey. I have to live with this scoliosis. I have to create my own journey, my uniqueness journey, to chase my dream with this scoliosis. I have no, yeah.
Just wondering, sorry if my question is not proper. How will be you face with the society? Because do they really have a different perspective on you? Or because I'm not in your shoe, I do not know, because I do, how you face the society.
Yeah, living even not only living with the scoliosis. However, sometimes society always Okay, so person with disabilities actually always face stigma and discrimination from society, right? Especially in Malaysia. Sorry to mention it. Okay, so actually it is easy to lose our voice and be lost in crowd. So what should we do is do our best, create our unique journey so that we can stand out. We can at least empower so that we have our own voice. Okay, so that's why I actively involve myself in the disabled advocacy, be one of the task force for the unit perkhidmatan OKU at UiTM. I'm joined the Miss Amazing Malaysia pageant, and also I involve myself actively at the Project Dawn, which is one of the project that promotes and empower the person with disabilities. It is not easy. However, you should have a courage in yourself to talk to yourself that you are unique, you are special, you are amazing. So you have to show the world, you have to stand out so that people can see your ability is stronger than your disability. It is not easy. However, I have to work on it. Okay. So I always wake up with some aches and pain. I woke up my life, maybe not perfect like you wake up your life, but I'm blessed. Can you see here? I actually consume a lot of the pain relief medication in order to reduce this discomfort due to this scoliosis. Without all these tablets, without all these painkiller, maybe I'm not able sitting here in front of you and talk with you today. And maybe I'm not able to get my dream job and landing here where I really wanted to here.
Dr. Nick,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, Celebrex is one of the strongest painkiller.
Yeah, true. And also the expensive painkiller.
Yes, and I really respect your journey of completing PhD. And is this medication you are going to take for entire of your life, or how, Dr. Nick?
Yes, for sure. Because the discomfort comes every day and I have to consume. And Mensa is my best friend. Okay, so I apply Mensa every day for the release joint and muscular pains. Okay, sometimes I take Voron and Celebrex to reduce the discomfort. And during my PhD journey, I also experienced migraine, gastric due to this consumption of the painkiller.
I think that gastric and the things, the discomfort is, I think, because of the warrants, am I right? That is
Yeah.
just disturb your digestions as well.
Yes, because it's the acid.
Dr. Nick, you make my sessions a bit emotional today, and this because of it is very difficult for I would say it's very challenging. Okay, it is quite challenging for a normal person to complete the PhD GOT because maybe they are giving a lot of excuses to complete the GOT. But you with a special ability, a different ability, you GOT, graduate on time. On top of that, during your journey of study, Dr. Nick, you are outstanding with the award. You get say some nominations, publications, and also conference that you attended. Dr. Nick, you are really a good role model for your ability. And you say our society have a different mindset on this kind of I would say a different ability people, and I do not know. And this is a different level of determination, a motivation you put it. Dr. Nick, how about during your PhD journey? How about the support from the family or maybe from your friends, environment? Is there anyone that is specifically do you like to share with us?
Sure. Because this achievement is not only comes from me, it actually comes from the solid support system. Without support system, we for sure go nowhere, right? Okay, so before we go further for the support system, just want to share, okay, continue a little bit about my scoliosis condition. And can you see from this article from the Star Online? Okay, so I stated here that my movement is hampered, and because of this condition, you know, Dr. Hussein, I don't have a driving license, even I have my own car. Because of my conditions, my hands cramps frequently. So it's danger for me to drive.
So how you actually travel? So I thought you are traveling to your Dinkel.
No, I have a special driver. My sister always come accompany me and send me to the campus. And
Okay.
sometimes I book a Grab. And during my PhD study, you know, I took a bus, I walking, I book a Grab in order to complete my journey. It's not easy because of the environment at the FSG, you know, all the Bukit Bukaus, everything, the mountains, how I
I'm
like
sure because UITM Shalam, the physical or the geographical of that particular things are quite challenging, no doubt. And for me myself, once upon a time, I'm in a college. I'm a UITM graduate as well. For me myself to walk from college are very challenging. And in your case, I think it is definitely a different categories.
yeah, but I'm grateful that I managed
Dr.
to
Nick?
finish. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Can you hear me, Dr. Hussein?
Briggs,
All right.
I can
Okay.
hear you. Your
All right.
picture is quite stuck.
All right. Okay. All right. So this is my appearance at the Star together with my two sisters from the Miss Amazing Malaysia. So I will tell you what is actually the Miss Amazing Malaysia later. Right. So actually I'm grateful because finally I found my friend, Miss Katrina Gray, you know, Miss Universe 2018, and she also living with scoliosis. So now I have friend.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, this is something that new for me. I just know this fact from you. That's good.
Yeah, and you know, I get the motivation from her because she used her uniqueness for the side nature catwalk during the competition, right? So it's something like a macam wow, when you have a uniqueness in your life, make it as a unique signature to create your own journey and create your own success. Okay, so that's I've learned from the Miss Katrina Gray. How actually she used the scoliosis and produced the signature catwalk during the pageant. Right.
Just wondering, Dr. Nick,
Yeah.
this ability, the scoliosis,
Yeah.
cause it affect your height, isn't it, doctor?
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yes, sure.
Oh, is a different people have a different like situation on that case?
Yeah, because we have the category is mild, poor, and it's based on the degree of your curve. Okay, some
Okay.
curve only have 10 degrees, and when you have the silver curve, which is over 40 degree, so you can see the curve very clearly. Okay, so it depends on the conditions of your scoliosis, the curve of the rotation.
If you don't mind, you are in the which category, Dr. Nick? Which degree you are?
I'm currently actually my curve from the L1 to L4, the lumbar, okay? At
Okay.
the lumbar is the curve is actually now over 50 degree.
50 degree.
50 degree.
50.
Yes, and it's make my shoulder is uneven. And you
I
can
do.
see that might difficult during working.
Yeah, but just another question, Dr. Nick, if you don't mind. Will this situation getting worse in future? Uh, the- the- what will be the solution to minimize the impact, especially for in your case? Because you are our senior lecturer in UITM. So please kindly tell us how you're actually coping with this.
I attend the physiotherapy session.
Uh-huh.
I do the exercises for scoliosis
Mm.
so that it will minimize the pain together with the medications that I take every day.
So Ismin, will that now you are talking about 50 degree, am I right?
Yeah.
Will that become increasing the degree of the bending in future, or it will going to maintain?
In my case, it most like to maintain because of due to my age and also the
Okay.
lifestyle. Okay, so because I'm going to the physiotherapy session and also do a little exercise special for the scoliosis, so it will maintain the curve. Okay, so it will not what we call getting more degree. Okay, so it will maintain to 50 degree, but I have to ensure that I live in a good lifestyle.
And
Always,
also, and also, Dr. Nick, just now, one of the picture that you show me, the bone actually like suppressing the lung section.
yeah.
That will cause you have a minimum capacity of the breathing. Is that true, doctor?
Yes, yes. During my teenage age, it's always disturb me. Okay, so I difficult to breathe normally. It's just like a macam like sharp things that try to kill your heart. Okay, the bones is compress your heart. Okay, so it make you difficult to breathe. However, when I start to join the physiotherapy session and I do the exercise, so it will reduce the pain. So
Dr.
alhamdulillah.
Nick, Dr. Nick, one of the interesting thing that attract me to ask you is, well, you are actually studying in a science field. Your science field, because your science fields involve, it is not like a social science. You are doing a science whereby it involves a lot of physical activity and movement. So how actually you complete your PhD with a limited I say movement, physical movement?
So at that time, I thank to Dr. Yusairi, my supervisor, because he believed on my capability. Okay, so you know that I faced rejection.
Mm.
Some lecturers, and if you don't mind, I share my story here.
Yeah.
I faced rejection during the interview session for the electoral post. Okay, so the interviewer asked me, how you ensure that your students can respect you with your physical appearance. There's a
This is
very,
a very unacceptable and unethical
yes,
questions.
yes, at that
Because,
time.
yeah,
However, when I reflect it and I think about it, that is a good questions that motivate me, that fuel me to work more hard and show the words that my ability is stronger than my disability. Okay, talking about the science study, okay,
yeah,
with my
that's right.
physical limitations. So it is hard actually. When you have to stay in the lab, you have to bring the apparatus, you have to set
Yes.
up certain apparatus. It is not easy. So at this moment, I really need a very great support system. The lab mates, the lab staff, the understanding of my supervisor, all these together support me during my study. Sometimes my lab mates will help me to set up certain apparatus that I sometimes have
And to
difficulties
achieve,
to set up it. Okay.
especially
So
like maybe the titrations or things,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Oh, wow, wow.
Ha, ha,
And you
ha.
managed to graduate on time from UITM.
Alhamdulillah. So that's the only words, because I also myself like macam, oh, this is what Allah tries to answer my question. Why me? Why this disease? What is the purpose of living with this scoliosis? Because He actually prepared something that's very special, very unique for me to share with, at least with you guys in this morning. Right? So finally, you know, I am a person with disabilities, with the scoliosis. But I'm firm believer that my ability is always stronger than my disability. And you can see here my support system. I have my two supervisors, Dr. Yusairi and Dr. Sharifah Aminah. Dr. Yusairi support me during my degree, my master's, and also my PhD. The endless support. Same goes to Dr. Sharifah Aminah. And I also have a good support system from families. I have a very understanding and lovely parents and siblings. I have 10 siblings, all support me. I have my best friend here. This is Ain. She's a lecturer from the Faculty of Chemical Engineering right now. We are friends during school. Okay, so I have here Dr. Shukri from the FKM. This is Hafizuddin, my always supportive friend and lab mates in my lab. He also the students of the Dr. Yusairi. And we have Hafiz here, and we have several friends during my postgraduate journey. So all this support system actually together with me to finally I completed my PhD with the GOT Awards. And I thank to all my support system. May Allah grant them happiness always, inshallah.
Yeah.
I'm grateful because I have my people that they never judge me for my disabled. They are so kind.
I think you get a good team that is surrounding you compared to the different society. They are looking at you in a different point of view, because this is, I think, maybe Dr. Nick, some of them might thought this special ability pupils have a limited capability of doing the work, but that is not true. Not true at all, because the special ability people, they are pushing to the maximum to prove to the world that they are working the very best to prove to the world they can succeed. Example, I will here say, Dr. Nick, you are the one examples over here. You manage with your journey, with your difficulty, and I do believe you are actually from Kelantan, am I right, Dr. Nick?
Yes,
And
Bacok Kelantan.
yeah, what's your content? And can you tell us as well, during your PhD journey, do you really get how's your funding? How do you actually what is your scholarship? Do you get a scholarship, or you just depends on your family? Can you share with us?
All right. So as I mentioned from the first slide previously,
Yeah.
always always ask yourself why you continue this journey so that you strategize your journey. Okay, so why I'm continue the PhD journey? Because I got a scholarship. At that time, I funded by my brain science. Okay, so I got the scholarship from the mind brain science, and together with that, my supervisor, Dr. Yusairi, also received a grant, FRGS grant that can fund it. Can support the materials and also the research apparatus and everything, so that my PhD journey will go smoothly. Okay, because I received the scholarship.
Dr. Nick, if you don't mind, will you share with us what is your background of your parents, maybe how they actually supported, maybe in terms of your, I'm sure none of the parents in the world wish have a different or special ability children. and how their acceptance. Of course, parents, children are the world for the parents, and how they actually motivate you through the journey of your study, degree, master, PhD, and how they actually support you do in terms of financial or morals or anything. Please share with us.
Talking about family is always about the emotional things to share. Okay,
Yeah.
however, it's never mind because of you, Dr. Hussein, here I share. Okay, so the background about my family. My father is a farmer at Kelantan. My mother already passed away. She's a fully housewife. And I have 10 siblings. I third from the 10. And I'm the first person that entered university, and I'm the first person in the family that hold the PhD certificate, right? With my conditions. So how I get these motivations, how my family support on me on towards this. Okay, finally I got my dream job here as a senior lecturer. So this is very emotional and something that are sensitive issues to share actually, because with a lot of troubles, with the financial problem issues, because my father is only a farmer and they have to raise 10 children. Okay, so it's very difficult and is what we call it as advantages, because I have a scoliosis during my study and during schools, and also enter the UITM, and they always give me fully support, all 10 siblings support to me to just like my father told me that you can do anything, everything in this world, unless you until you make your parents proud. Always taking good care of your parents' name. That only I have a freedom from my parents to do whatever I want in my life. And my mother give her 20/100 support. 100% support for me to continue the study, to choose what I love in my life. You know, I told my mother during my form 4 at school, I told my mother, I said that, Mom, I want to quit school because I can't stand with the friends that, you know,
Yeah.
uh,
I
start
understand.
with me with weirdly with my physical appearance.
I would say this is the stereotype. The
Yeah,
stereotype of a
yeah.
certain, maybe during the school hour, during the school session, the maturity is not yet. Maybe they will have a different stereotype on special ability people. But what actually your mom told you after that?
Okay, so I hope that I passed the answer just a while. Okay. So,
Okay.
all right. So this is just the to share that I have actively involved in the disabled advocate. I one of the task force under unit perkhidmatan OKU. I actively under the Dawn Project Dawn, and also I finalist of Miss Amazing Malaysia. Why I actively joined all this event? Because I want to empower and support other disabled person so that everyone can have a voice by their own. I'm grow in a hard way. So I'm trying to help people, to support them, to empower them so that they have their own voice. Okay, so this is my lovely pictures. My sisters from Miss Amazing Malaysia together with our founder here, Miss Menika. So you can see here my sisters that having syndrome Down, autism, Atira here diagnosed suffering lupus, albino here, Hannah, me myself, and Rachel here. Okay, so I can't remember what is the syndrome that she's suffering is. However, this is my Miss Amazing family. Okay, so this is the actually the beauty pageant, just like a Miss Universe tadi. However, in this form of to celebrate the people that has a limitation or disability. So this is some achievement during the Miss Amazing Malaysia. We appearance in Malaysia hari ini for 2 times. We also managed to appear in the newspaper cutting and here, I love to mention that my friend Nadira here, she was passed away last year due to her conditions. Okay, so may her soul rest in peace. Right.
Yeah.
So this is one of my love statements during the emotional intelligence class in the Miss Amazing Malaysia. And just like Dr. Hussein said previously, what my mom answered me when I told her I want to quit study. Can you see here my transcript? The study leave at semester 1. This
Yeah.
is more terrible than I'm trying to quit a job, to quit a school at Form 4. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So how actually I handle this? Okay, so I take a study leave at semester 1 diploma. Can you imagine it? My journey was and is not easy. True, I be blessed with huge number of person who care and love me. And finally, I secured my dream job, Alhamdulillah. But you know, I also faced failure. Can you imagine how I faced this situation? I had to study leave at semester 1 during diploma. At that time at UiTM Shah Alam. And after that, I was transferred to UiTM Arau because of my conditions and the environment at the UiTM Shah Alam at that time. Can you imagine a girl at 18 years old have to face all this situation? You know, I'm always asking my mom, why me? Why this happened to me? What is the purpose of living with this scoliosis? Too many things actually happen in between.
I'm that's I'm very talkative person. Personally, I'm very talkative person, and this session make me silent. This session really make me silent because I can feel the emotional that what you have go through. Because with there is a word we always need to know that we need to happy with what we have. But as a human, we always not. We will have, for me, Dr. Nick, personally, it's my personal point of view. Even though, Alhamdulillah, Allah give me the most of the thing. But still, one extent, I will say, why me? I was the same thing. Why me, the one chosen? But I'm very, very. In Malay, we call it as a kufur nikmat. Kufur nikmat, because our God give us most of the things. We are still asking, why me? But after I listen to your story, I'm really, really sad and touched because Allah give most of the thing to us. And there is no reason for me to give any excuses, because if you can be the benchmark to the most of the PhD student graduate with a very good result, why not with a normal person perform better than this? And I can feel your emotional first entering university with the study leave, with the painkiller that you are taking, with the limitation of physical activity. You are such strong lady, and no doubt why you get the Miss Malaysia award of that particular moment, because you are qualified. You are beauty, not from inside and outside. The person that know you with this kind of ability, with the PhD, I think you make your mom, your father, your family, your lecturer, your friends, your university, UiTM, a very wonderful, memorable, successful story. This is what we want. And thank you so much, Dr. Nick, because open my eyes and tell to the world that you are happy with your achievements. I'm speechless. Sorry, Dr. Nick. And I don't know what to say. My words are missing after I listened to your story, the successful story, and proud to be a ex-UITM student, and now as a senior lecturer at UITM. I'm really happy to meet you in my journey of my life. I'm happy to meet you. You are part of it. Yes, please do share more with us the next.
Thank you, Dr. Hussein, for your acknowledge me. I'm grateful that I finally at this journey. Okay, so you can see this picture. This is undescribable feelings, right? Undescribable. So you cannot ask me what I feel during the time of the study leave, because it is undescribable until I found this statement, wa wajada dolan fahada, and he found you lost and guide you. It's come from Allah, because we also will later back to Allah, right? So actually Allah guide me, give me the strength to continue my journey. Okay. And you know what? Too many things happen in between during the study leave until finally I finish. I complete my PhD with the GOT awards. Okay, so but one of the key that I want to share with you guys here, that is how actually to transform failure into success. It is not easy, but you able to do that. Everyone in this world, either you are normal person or you having a critical disease, you are disabled, for sure you have a failure phase in your life. However, you have to think, you have to reflect yourself how to transform the failure into success. How I transform during my intention to quit a school at Form 4 and I study leave at semester 1 diploma, and finally I completed my PhD with the GOT awards. Okay, so how I managed to it, how I transform the failure into the success. Actually, I'm grateful and proud of myself, Dr. Hussein.
Yeah, I can see that, Dr. Nick. I can see that you are a very positive person and very motivated person, and you are not actually care much on the stereotype peoples, and you try to prove to the world that with a different ability, it doesn't limit the achievement.
Yes, I'm grateful and I'm proud myself because I'm survived. And you know what? How I transformed the failure into the success until I completed my PhD with the GOT awards. You know, during the study, during the journey, I'll always imagine. Okay, so you should set your vision. I always imagine the day that I wear a 3-lines robe with a bonnet, walking on the stage to receive my PhD certificate.
Yes.
And this imagination actually fueled me to work hard and achieve. And Allah give me more than I asked for. I completed PhD with the GOT awards.
Do you keep the video of your going to the stage taking your PhD certificate?
Oh, I don't have the video.
Okay. If not, I'm sure. Can you share that particular moment? You are receiving your PhD graduate from the King, am I right?
Oh no, at the moment, our chancellor not come. So I received the certificate from the pro chancellor at that time, if I'm not mistaken, Tan Sri Arshayu.
Okay. I'm sure during your going to the stage, it will be the moment of not how to say it, the moment of getting a PhD. It's a big achievement, a big release, and I'm very sure when you go to the stage, the audience are sitting at that particular chancellery hall are amazed by you, and I'm sure the environment have a different environment on that particular moment. Am I right, Dr. Nick?
Yeah, you know that something like you won an award and you get the outstanding audience. So that's moment or that the experience that I have during my PhD graduations, convocations, right? So actually, I can't remember it too much because, you know, when you are walking on the stage to receive your PhD certificate, you just something like you not berpijak di bumi yang nyata. You are flying.
It
Because
clueless.
you still not believe that, I finished my PhD, I received my certificate today, I wore this robe and the bonnet today.
Yeah.
So that's feelings like you just received your first born child. Maybe, I don't know, because I still not married.
No, maybe the happiness. I would
Yes.
say the happiness is unbelievable,
Yeah.
uncomparable. It is definitely is a different standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very
so
good.
I just want to share with all of the audience today, with the PhD, with the master's candidates here. Always imagine something that fuel you to work hard and to achieve what actually you dream. Okay, so I always keep learning and keep growing myself to fill in the gap between the where I am here to where I want to be. For example, during my PhD study, I always work hard with the passion, hardworking, and determination, because I always say that one day when after my graduations, after I complete all this, I want to be a senior lecturer. And during the process, in the between process, I always keep learning and growing myself to fill in the gap. So that finally, I landing where I belong to. I secured my dream job. Okay, so you have to give yourself some imaginations. Okay, so imagination that what is actually that fuel you towards your dreams, right? And it is not only me actually not giving up. I face failure and I transform the failure into the success. And you can see here, I share my two idol here. So Muniba Bazari, if you know this girl, it is the Iron Lady from Pakistan. She's paralyzed. She said that failure is not an option. It can be an option, but giving up is not. Same goes to the Stephen Hawking here. So he said that no matter what, just don't give up. You can face failure, but please don't give up. Okay, so you know that Stephen Hawking, a physicist, he also defied all odds and finally became a leading scientist. Okay, it's very inspiring and touchable stories about the Stephen Hawking, as well as a Muniba Bazari, if you know her. All right, Dr. Hussein, I think it will make you tears again about my mother. Okay, so during my slide here,
This time I try to control my emotions.
okay, try to control first, eh? Okay. So this is my, you know that my happiness moment. I graduate with the GOT. Of course, I owe a lot to my parents, my family, my siblings, my teachers, my lecturers, especially the UITM for this success. Without the great support from all of this, I am not be able to stand here today. Okay. However, my mother, my great support. My mother, my late mother, she passed away at the time I needed her the most, during final year of my PhD, 4 months before I sit my viva voce for PhD. My mom left us forever. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
The
moment of demotivated moment.
Yes.
And
myself at the low level at this moment. The mixed feelings of the emptiness, the sadness, the loneliness, the sorrow, painful is mixed together, right? Not talking about the depression, rejections, but when you lose the most important person in your life, you still need her pray. However, she left you forever. I always imagine the day when she is finally could say, "I'm proud of you, my daughter." Unfortunately, that day will never come. During my graduations, my convocation, my mother not at my side. It's very, very sadful moment. My mother passed away. At the time, I need her the most.
Yeah.
If I have a chance to see my mother right now, I want to say that, Mom, I'm standing here in a way that you are really wanted to look. Because she is my solid support system. He support me 200%. However, I always can feel her blessing. She bless me wherever I
The love is
here.
true. The
Yeah.
love is true. And I will say she will, don't worry, Dr. Nick. You have made her proud. You make her
Yeah.
proud. You have all the thing, even though she not physically with you now. Trust me, her memory, her love still surrounding you. A prayer, the prayer to you is still there, and that's why I say from a very beginning until now, you become a very strong motivator, a very positive person, not only for your family, but for entire of the community, society that you are facing, the environment. You manage to remove the stereotype on you, because the person that you are looking with you with a different stereotype, where are they now? Are they as successful as you? That's the things that you manage to break down. You break the silence. I say that you really shut them down with your achievements. So that's the thing. That's the thing. I think as a PhD student from UITM and the lecturer at the UITM, you manage. You get all our respect to do this moment. Yes, Dr. Nick, please continue.
Yes. You still remember that I always question my mom, why me? Why this happened to me? What
Yeah.
is the purpose of living with this scoliosis? In raise me up, I bring her a lot of troubles with my terrible, my nonsense question, why me? Why this happened to me? Sometimes I can't brush it aside with the word like fate, or orang kata dah takdir, dah nasib, redha je lah. You know that word? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I always
Accept
ask
the fate.
myself,
Yeah, they call it.
I always ask my mom. And the questions always made my mom worried. Because she also have no answer. Why me? Why this happened to me? But now, I find the answer after my mom left us. I just try to be an amazing, a strong person, which always make my mom proud of me. Okay, so may she rest in peace, inshallah. Al-Fatiha to my mother. Okay, so that is the only my sad stories during my PhD studies, right? So back to our audience today. So I know that all the people around the world here, we have faced problems, mistakes, losses, and actually it's a part of life. It is something that we have to accept. And we should not be shocked if and when they happen, because this is a part of life. Just be tough, be strong, and willing to accept. And sometimes you have to appreciate where you are now. Even at you now at the downside of your life or at the upside of your life, you just appreciate where you are now. This is the learning and growing process. And you know what? I'm grateful for this lesson. And finally, I replacing why this happened to me. Why this disease? Why me? Okay, why this happened to me? I replace the phrase with what is actually this trying to tell me. I make it
Teach
as a
us, yeah.
motivation.
Yes.
Because
That's good.
everyone is struggle. Some of
Yes,
us
it
more
is.
than others. You have your own struggle. I have my own struggle. Everyone here in our webinar today have their own struggle. Even maybe some of you is more than me. Your struggle is more harder than me. We have to admit that we are struggle because it makes us human. If we have done sweat, tears, are you robot? You don't have feelings, right? So you have to feel when you happy, when you sad, when you face the loss, the problems, whatever you do, you just feel it. And please always be real to yourself. And do you know what tomorrow will bring? Of course not, right? So that don't lose hope. Because finally, when the right time, you will get what is your dream. Okay, so you will get. So you just give yourself time. You just continue the journey.
Yeah, I believe one thing, Dr. Nick. Our prayers, our dua, never been rejected. It is only the matter of time. Am I right, Doctor?
Yeah, that's right.
And that is what I can see throughout your journey from a very beginning until now. You are keep on, yeah, to one extent, you already accept your fate. You accept whatever that happened to you, you need to achieve. And you keep on dua, praying to get the best. And Alhamdulillah, you manage. You manage to do it. And it is a very wonderful, the one that you put it over there, effort that we put it is the most important. Like the butterfly, the journey of the butterfly.
Yeah.
That you put it. I love that picture very much. You are trying to say we started from somewhere and eventually you become a very beautiful butterfly. That is the effort, hard work that we have put through all our journey, that you managed to prove it to the world that this ability is not an excuse to study educations and the education at any particular level of master or PhD. This is an outstanding. I'm sure you, I am very proud to have you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right. So you just believe, always believe in these transformations of the butterfly. Just give yourself time, just like this caterpillar, and finally transform into a beautiful butterfly. And you know what? Even stars can't shine without darkness. So you just enjoy your process. Focus on your present and do your best. Trust to the process. And when the perfect times come, you will land where you should belong to. Trust me. Trust the process actually. Don't trust me. You have to trust the process. Don't trust
It is
me.
actually, Dr. Nick, I would say if we have done our part, our effort, the result is doesn't matter. If the result will come later, it means if we have done the best and it is not as we wish, it means we still need to happy accept the situation because we have tried. The failure is actually for those are never try and giving the excuse and doesn't go through the journey. They are the real failure in the life. But you overcome, you put the effort, and Alhamdulillah, Allah bless you with a beautiful result.
Yeah, finally I transform into a beautiful butterfly.
Yes, you
finally,
are.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so just focus on the quotation from the Quran here. Perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows what you not know. Just like you said before, Dr. Hussein, when you accept all this Allah plans to yourself, you rather with your takdir, and surely your journey should be easy, and Allah bless you, inshallah.
Very good. Very good. So is the last part of the slide, Dr. Nick?
Sabar. Sikit
Oh,
lagi.
yeah,
So I just skip this one because you know that we live and we die, and the only things that destroy us is time, right? So, and what happened if you try, you get fail, you get fail, you get fail. and you like most to giving up. Do you believe about the light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah.
Okay. Perjalanan PhD ibarat satu perjalanan di dalam lorong terowong yang gelap hitam kelam seorang diri yang you tak nampak cahaya. But you have to believe that the light at the end of the tunnels. Okay. So when you can't see the light, remember the energy in your mind. Okay. So remember the energy of yourself. Okay. Keep your head up. Keep fighting. Finally, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And at the time you can see your struggle, it's just only make you better in the end. Okay. So finally, you can see yourself transform into a beautiful butterfly. And don't forget to tawakal. Okay. So because I don't know how, but I know Allah will make a way and show me the light. I trust Him. So I hope you guys also trust and tawakal. Do your best and then tawakal. So this is my end slide. Thank you very much for your attention and memorable moment sharing session with you guys here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So wonderful sharing sessions with Dr. Nick. Of course, for those, we still have a large number of audience over here, Dr. Nick. So for the audience, this is your time to ask a question to directly using our Q&A sessions. To ask a question, definitely Dr. Nick will be very kind enough to answer. So meanwhile, maybe we can stop sharing, Dr. Nick.
Okay. All right.
So Dr. Nick, meanwhile waiting for some Q&A, let me check, not yet, Q&A.
You can check under the published comment. There's a lot of questions there.
The chat, am I right, Dr. Mas?
The Q&A.
Okay, I can't see at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to post it in our WhatsApp group and you can read from there.
Okay, Dr. Mas. Okay, yeah. Okay, Dr. Mas, I can see the message in this thing published.
Okay, good. So you can read the question from there.
Okay, definitely. Thank you, Dr. Mas. That is our producer for the audience, certainly a pure voice. Okay, so without further ado, of course, I'm sure Dr. Nick are really excited to answer the questions. Am I right? Okay, wait, let me have a look, the published questions. Just a moment, Dr. Nick. Okay, this is a question from Julius. Julius, do you have any obstacles during your journey? If yes, how did you manage or overcome those adversities? I'm sure you have a lot of the journey. So how you actually overcome and motivated, Dr. Nick?
Talking about the obstacles, about the struggles during the journey. Everyone has their own struggle. Everyone has their own obstacles. Okay, so one thing here that I can share is you just accept the pain. You just accept the obstacle. You just accept the struggle, and you just imagine you work hard for something that you finally your dream, okay, to achieve. Okay, so you just accept all the struggle, all the obstacles. So just me, like myself, as I sharing previously, I'm struggle with a lot of things. Losses of my beloved mother at final year of the PhD degree. I have took a study leave at the semester 1 of the diploma, and I also have a certain physical limitations during the lab works, and also the I also have not driving license. Okay, so how to overcome all these obstacles? So actually, you just accept the pain. So you just accept the obstacle and believe in yourself and try hard. You just control what you can control. the rest that you can't control, you just leave it to Allah. You just tawakkal. That's
So
one thing.
it will be to have a positive mind is essential for all of us. That is what you're trying to conclude over here.
Yeah.
And we always say follow the flow. If we have done our very good effort and we follow the flow, and the result is up to the the God, of course. After we have for the Muslim, we believe, oh, it is really we have done our very best. That is what he tried to conclude.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Nick, there is one more question, Dr. Nick, from Tati. We may not always be motivated to have the reading and writing going. Okay, what worked best for you to overcome the burnout and overwhelming feeling to write? Yeah, because I'm sure Tati are excited to ask this question because during your journey of PhD, 10 publication is not a simple job. So that's what motivates you. Please share with us, Dr. Nick.
All right, talking about the writing is a critical stage for the masters and also the PhD candidates. And finally, you have to produce this, the thesis. It's scary. You know, it's very scary to publish this one.
Yeah, and a very heavy.
So how finally I got it? This is the complete the hardbound thesis during the writing, and this is not easy. So what I can share with you guys here, how to always be motivated during the reading the journal or articles and write your thesis, especially together with the writing of your articles to be published, right? So it is not easy. However, you have to. Okay, you have to. There's no choice. Okay, so you have to read a lot. And as I mentioned before, you have to know when to start reading and start writing. It is not easy. So that you structure your writing. Make it in terms of the skeletal first. For example, to complete your thesis, you know that you have a chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. This is the basic chapter for your thesis. So you write the subtopic first. You make the skeletal first and you try to write your thesis or your article to be published just like you play a puzzle. Just like you try to complete a puzzle. You don't always start with the introduction first and finally conclusions. You can start with the chapter 3 first and you can start with the chapter 5 first. Or maybe you can start with the introduction first. Okay,
the key is gonna be, Dr. Nick, I believe, the key of this is keep on writing.
Yeah, keep on writing. Keep on reading. Read, and you have to know when to stop read and start writing. That is the most important thing.
But in your own your experience, how can you overcome the boringness or the laziness of that moment? What is your say the hints or the tips that you like to share with us?
I'm not boring with my life. I'm not boring with my PhD journey because you know that I'm blessed with a huge number of people. And you know, my supervisor always in the lab.
Okay. Dr. Yusai is like that. I know him.
Can you
I
see
know
that?
him personally.
How I can skip him to write? Okay. So this is actually I'm not boring during the maybe you can face one situation that you stuck. You don't have the idea how to write. You read a lot. Okay. However, you think that, oh, this is an important point. This is important point. And when you try to write down your own thesis, your own journey, you think that how I compile all of this, how to write in my own stuff, okay? Because you of course try to avoid the similarity index, the in right? Yeah, so you cannot copy all directly from the published articles. So what I'm doing is you just always as a thinking of question, right? Okay, so you always think during your lab work preparation, always ask yourself, why I should use this solution, why at this pH is suitable for this condition, why this happened, how the reactions is that occur. Okay, so with all the questions in your mind, it makes you easy to write. And you know that you have to know, you yourself know you better, the right time to write. Okay, so
Definitely. Just wondering, how about your stress management?
stress management.
Yeah.
Stress management. You know that when you try to accept yourself, you just automatically will reduce your stress. So actually, you just celebrate any feelings that you face at that moment. If you think you are happy, so you just celebrate it. If you think you are sad, so you just cry. If you think that I'm agree with you right now, Dr. Hussein. So I just say to you, hey Hussein, I agree with you. So you just express your feelings so that it will reduce your stress. However, remember, don't over limit your stress. Okay, so you over limit your expression. So you just to control it.
It always, there is a word I have go through. Yesterday is actually a history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the moment to live. So
Yeah.
we enjoy the moment that we are living at the moment, Dr. Nick. That is what
Yeah.
you try to conclude over
Yeah.
there. And also I noticed, Dr. Nick, it is once the effort has been done, whatever the result, accept it accordingly.
Yeah.
That is the conclusion I managed. The moment we try to accept ourselves with the result, that is the moment we actually not depressed anymore. We are suppress our depressed. That's the main thing.
Yeah. That word suppress our depressed.
Yes, suppress
Yeah.
our depressed. So that's so say that's a wonderful things. And of course, Dr. Nick, there's one more question for Khairun. Assalamu alaikum and a good morning to everyone. Okay, Khairun is asking about, he's actually from a PhD student from Business Administrations, BA 950 from UITM Shah Alam. Khairun have a questions. Sorry to ask, how doctor face the society again, Dr. Nick? How actually you face this kind of a society might have a very stereotype mindset. I didn't say all, Dr. Nick. I'm saying a portion of them with the stereotype. So seriously, because this question Chiron is asking, because one of his friend also have this scoliosis disease.
Oh, okay. Good to know it from you, Khairul. Send my regards to your friends. Maybe we can chat later. Okay, share the story. Okay, always. Okay, so discrimination, the stereotype. Okay,
Yeah.
from the society, it is not easy to face that stigma.
Yes.
Okay, especially when you have disability, when you have a limitations. Okay, so because you have to accept that in this world, not everyone like you. Even you are normal, even you are glowing, you are handsome. Not everyone like you. Okay, so stigma for the person with disability from the society is very critical right now. You know, so that's why we should have a very solid support system, and I'm grateful that I have that one, because you know I face many other person that living with this disabilities sometimes lose their word, lose in crowd because of the disability, and sometimes they lack of this support from the family. You know, some family try to hide their children that have the disability, do not give the opportunity to the persons that have, to the children that have the disability. Sometimes in the critical situations, certain family, they chop, okay? So they label a child with the disability as the unlucky child for the family. So they try to hide their child that have the disability. So it is not right for that person. It is really cruel action, right? So what is the important point? Okay, so Khairul, maybe you can say to your friends that having the scoliosis, something just the same like me. So what is the important things when you see that the society give you a weird stare on you? Okay, so when you feel that the society try to put you down, okay, so actually you yourself have to a strong emotion and motivation. So you always have the two outstanding, right? So always think what is the uniqueness of yourself. Okay, try to stand out and expose yourself. Okay, so try to find out your. So finally, you know that your ability is stronger than your disability, so that the society will try to accept you little by little. It is not easy, even for me. Not everyone is believe on my capable, my ability. Okay, so many of them look at me. Are you sure you can do this work? Are you sure you can handle this? Are you sure you are you sure? So I think, oh, all right. So I'm sure with my ability, but how to convince other people, the society, that we are able to do that job? For example, we are able to.
Maybe next time, Dr. Nick, if someone is asking of that question, are you sure? Then you should. If I am your shoe in your place, I will say, you give me a chance. You will see a better result than what you have done.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if the society is not believe you, you just ask the opportunity from that are you sure groups, try to complete the task or something that are you sure give to you, and prove that you managed to it. And then at that time, people will see your ability is stronger than your disability. It should be start from you. So that's why I'm here as the disabled advocate, to empower and to support other disabled person to voice their voice. Okay, so because we cannot be a voice for the voiceless, you have your own voice and voice out.
Actually, Dr. Nick, through the comment section that I'm reading at the moment, a lot of them really inspire by your story at the moment, and really inspire, motivated with your journey to get a PhD from UITM. We're very proud. And of course, this is a not easy journey. Definitely, it go through a lot of the tough times that through all the sessions. And I'm sure the audience that listen to the sessions, they are really happy, and really have lucky enough to have you for this session. Okay, Dr. Nick, there is one question from Noor Ain. Noor Ain, she's throwing the questions. Can you share tips how you maintain the good relationship between your supervisor?
Maintaining good relationship with supervisor. As I mentioned, I work together with the Dr. Yusairi from my bachelor degree, my master's degree, and also now PhD. And even now, we are still have a good relationship. We are collaborate for the certain research work, and he also be my mentor. Okay, so how to keep good relationship with your supervisor is very easy actually. It's very easy. You just think, act or treat your supervisor just like your parents. You respect your supervisor. And of course, you have a time that you are misleading with your supervisor. Maybe you say A and your supervisor say B. I always have a little argument with my supervisor. However, in the professional way, you just think that sometimes when you are working, okay, so as a mature student, when you at the master's or degree level, consider as a mature student, you working with your supervisor just like you work with your collaborator. right? Sometimes it will act as your supervisor, which is he or she will supervise you something that you don't know how to do because he or she is expert in that field. And sometimes you can be like a friends, like a research mate. You can discuss together with your supervisor in order to achieve something. So that is the way how to maintain good relationship with your supervisor and always give respect to them.
It's I can conclude that, Dr. Nick, it is okay to have a different opinion. The
Yeah.
thing is, we discuss in a very professional manner about the argument.
Yeah.
It is okay because the different opinion actually make us much matured. So
Yeah.
that is what you have mentioned. Very good. You have pinpointed just now, Dr. Nick. And one of the question from Azalia Husna. First of all, she are very inspired by you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And how I think this question you have answered earlier. So I just go to the questions. How did you get all the encourage, patience on going through the postgraduate journey successfully with all the difficulty? I think you have answered this earlier. Maybe you can add on a 1 point or 2 points about this.
Yeah. Husna, you just remember the transformations of the butterfly before. You just trust the process. Enjoy your journey. Okay. So find and end up at the end of the day, you become a beautiful butterfly. So you just enjoy your journey. Put your hard work and finally your luck will find you.
And Dr. Nick, a lot of congratulations. Inspire is appearing in the comment sections again. And also a few questions you have answered earlier because it's a bit redundant as well. So one from this one from one of the person. Doctor, you are truly inspired. Thank you. And they are asking about the momentum you have just explained earlier. And you talking about how you do the writing. You just mentioned that you need to be keep on reading, focus, and keep on write on the sections. That's very good. It's been answered. Uh, okay. Suziana also say Alhamdulillah for this. Thank you. And hope they are wishing to get your recording session. Definitely for the audience, don't worry, we will give the link recording later. And also there is again question from Julie's. The question is, did you at any point just decided to take like a week of break from all the work you have been doing and went somewhere to just recharge and reset yourself? It means, do you really during the journey, do you have your me time, take a short break to go out from everything and come back stronger? That is a question that I summarized from Julie's. And also Julie's have add on that your story are inspiring. Without the low love, you can never reach high. Okay. Sorry, without the lows, you cannot reach the high. So it means that's need the things are definitely. So do you have your me time? That's the main thing.
All right. Thank you very much, Julie, for your words. Okay. So talking about me time. Okay. Sometimes you have to go away for a while from your research environment, from your supervisor. You have to run for a while. Okay. From your thesis, from all the that we call the journals. Okay. So me time for me, when you have a milestone and you track your milestone, and at the day that you achieve your milestone, that is the time to reward yourself. Give yourself a me time. And for me, I am a very simple person. Me time for me, I just enjoy when I can treat my friends a dinner, when I have a time to visit my parents, and I have a time to sleep all the weekend that I have. So that is the only me time that I enjoy to do. It's very simple. So I don't have to go for the vacations, the overseas or like that. So no, it's just enough for me to take a rest for maybe for a week, far away from my supervisor. Okay,
Thanks, Irene.
at the moment, okay, put away all the journals for a while, and I just sleep, or I make a visit my parents. I go back to my village, and it's very enjoy when you have a chit chat, the deep conversation between your friends. You just treat your friends dinner and chit chat with them, so it will reduce your stress. It's very
Actually,
helpful.
yeah, and also actually, Dr. Nick, that's a very good thing, a point that we highlight. Very good. So definitely, Dr. Mazwana also put it in the comment sections that rest or break is important for all of us.
Yeah.
Come back stronger. That's so for sure. And from Siti Fazila, basically Siti Fazila truly an inspirations to all of us in completing our PhD. I do not have a question, but I just want to wish you to be given a miracle to heal, recover everything. May Allah bless you. It's a wonderful dua for you, Dr. Nick. Amin.
I mean,
Some of them are talking about the things. Okay. And we lost. Okay, I just reading at the sections. Just a moment, Dr. Nick.
all right.
Dr. Mazwana is helping us to answer the lot of questions is appearing. Thank you so much
Thank you, Dr. Mazwana.
Yeah, she's doing the work as well. Writing, she's talking about writing. All the best. A lot of comment are talking about all the best. Of course, yeah, for those audience, please do not forget to fill in attendance for your e-certificate. That's very important. Please key in your information. The links is, yeah.
We have one more questions from Mira. I think you should read it.
Okay, sorry, Dr. Mazwana. Okay, one question from Mira. So I'll overlook. I recently lost my father to COVID. Okay, this is from Mira, Dr. Nick, and have been admitted to the ward for about a month due to COVID stage 3. My father has always been my motivations and support in my pursuit of master degree. But now I feel lost and have spent practically the entire day crying. How can you how can you motivate the encourage finish your thesis when you feel hopeless and like time fly fast away when I'm in hospital? So how in her situation, Dr. Nick, for Mira's situation, how can you motivate her, Dr. Nick?
Tough situation, Amira. I hope you can recover soon. Okay, so when we are talking about that, when we face the situations that we can control, like you are admitting at hospital, and at the same time you lack your motivation, you lack of the support system, and at the same time you have a struggle to complete your thesis. So it is not easy. However, what I can advise you is you just accept the pain at this moment, right? So you try to heal the pain first. Accept the struggle that you have right now. So give yourself time to heal first. Try to get back on the track later. Okay, so after you get well soon later and you get back, discuss to your supervisor, and also you can discuss with the IPSis, right? The management, how to solve this problem. Maybe you can take a study leave for a while, or maybe at the end of your final stage right now, you just give yourself a time to heal first. And then after you feel you are getting better, you have the courage to write your thesis, you have a courage to complete your study, you try to eat slowly, but you have to find your own support system. Okay, so you just imagine that you not only lend your support system to your father, you have your friends here, you have supervisor, you have management, you have IPSis, you have your management at faculty. So share your story with them, and hopefully by understanding from all the parties, you can get the motivation and support to continue your study. So you just accept your pain and heal it for at this moment. It is important.
So that's truly very good, inspire, and the motivation is mean accept whatever that has been written for us. Am I right? Everything
Yeah.
that written have for us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually there is a hikmah, there is a hidden a benefit that we not yet know at the moment. And that's a very good sessions, Dr. Nick. So I think that we have go through all the question, and for the audience, please kindly fill up the attendance. Dr. Nick allowed me to wrap up the session.
Right.
I think I can wrap up the session as well. Before I wrap up, Dr. Nick, what will be your advice to our society, to our environment, to our student, future student, current student, to them? Anything that you would like to advise before I really wrap up the session?
Right. So what I can say here is, in the society, generally in society, we are just accept and celebrate the uniqueness all the peoples. Okay, so either the person with disability, the normal person, and stop the stigma, stop the discrimination, and celebrate the uniqueness in every and each person. Empower them, give them support system. And special for the masters and PhD candidates, here, please always trust your process, so you know that the struggles today will bring you the luck later. So all the struggles here is actually worth it. Finally, you can find the light at the end of the tunnel, inshallah.
Any kind advice for the society with the narrow-minded and stereotype feelings? Is there any special advice from your side, Dr. Nick?
To the society, okay, to accept the, actually to celebrate the person with disability. So try to what we call, try to put yourself in the person of disability's shoes, right? Yeah. So you just try make the you put yourself in their conditions, and you will appreciate your life more. Okay, so please stop discrimination, stop the stigma, and just celebrate the uniqueness. We live together in the society with happily and harmony. Inshallah. Kita Malaysia, kita UiTM.
Alhamdulillah for a very good session, and also motivations talks, and also your very inspiring journey from your school days until to the moment that you have finished your PhD with the flying colors, with your supervisors sharing sessions. Wonderful. Let's wrap up the session, Dr. Nick. Finally, we came to the end. I think disability is not an excuse at all. So you managed to do it with your limitation. So then for a normal person, definitely it's not gonna be definitely it is not going to be an excuse to delay to do the wonderful or success in their life, because through your journey, believing on the God after and hard work is a must. And you also mentioned earlier through other things, a strong support from the environment. It actually keep on motivate you to complete your PhD with the GOT at UITM. And you also the session also mentioned that none of us are running out from the problem. So but how actually we cope with the problem and we come up with the solution is the main answer to the success in the life. And Dr. Nick, your achievements keep on increasing. I myself, and from UITM, from all the audience, we are praying the best to you to be success, more success, inshallah. Not only earlier is a Miss Malaysia, am I right? You get the title?
Yeah,
why
Miss
not?
Amazing Malaysia.
Miss Amazing Malaysia. Why not? After this, I pray we get Miss Amazing Universe of the worldwide. You are shining like a diamond, and you prove to us that appearance doesn't matter. The heart that shine is all the matter. So again, me, Dr. Hussein, chemist Dr. Hussein bin Hanibah, from the coordinator for promotion and marketing, representing IPSis UITM. I've been very honored to have you for the session. Again, would like to thank you, and to our audience. They stay tuned from morning 10 o'clock until now. It's a very good sharing session, and I think that's much from me, and I will meet all of you on the next session. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you again. Thank you, Dr. Mazwana, Siti Mazwana as well, to chair the session as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone. We end the session today. So next 2 weeks, we are going to have another webinar about the research ethics. We will disseminate all the info regarding the seminar from your postgrad head of each faculty, and using our social media account as well. So till then, thank you very much for your time spent, and hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for today.
Thank you, Dr. Nick.